Yo, what's going on? It's your one of your favorite YouTubers, PKM Sykes. Is to talk about some few gens today that and me or helped me through my challenges in life and also in my Pokemon career. Right now, as I'm sitting here, my eyes kind of go off the distance. That's what I'm doing. I'm pulling my full attention to you. I promise. So in this episode, I'll be talking about Gen 5, 6, and 7, where it actually really skyrocketed as soon as I moved to Utah. So let's get started. So Gen 5 to start with, the Unova region, which has a really controversial region by itself, due to the fact it has no ties to any of the past generations for evolution, has no EV evolution, which everyone really wanted. It has its own set of generations and own controversial Pokemon, due to the fact it has the largest list of mounted for any Pokemon generation period. Some really weird ones. Yes, I know it's based off the United States of America, but some parts are based off New York City, but it's still a really controversial reason. And I will say, when it first came out, when I was, oh my gosh, like in college, and I was about ready to move out here, I didn't really care for it due to the fact I didn't like some of the Pokemon they introduced, like the Klinklang, some of the dragons, the Anteater, the Drant, and some other ones, to name a few. But as I got more into it, I moved from New York, Rochester, New York area to Utah, I found out that it's not that bad. And I remember when the TV show dropped on Netflix, I watched the whole thing because I didn't really watch it as back in New York because I was like didn't really care for it, and plus my parents at the time took with cable so we can focus on our schoolwork and also on our sports and other activities, which I think it really helped. Another thing was the cards came out. I remember collecting the cards, the plasma cards, and all those other black and white cards. I don't remember the name of certain pack titles, but I do remember those. I remember collecting those, and I would collect them all the way up until I remember when Gen 6 was announced. I would get my last three plasma cards. And I'm like, okay, I'll just collect these until that generation comes out. And I didn't put, and I would keep going to that time. Then when the games came out, Black and White, Black Two, and White Two, to be completely honest, I had no desire to play it, and I just couldn't find them. Otherwise, now that I'm older, I feel like I missed out on a huge chunk of that generation. I just one, I didn't care. Two, I had other things to do, support my wife, my newly married wife at the time, and three, I just had no, I just really didn't want to, honestly. Okay, so that's probably about the end of Gen 5. Now we're moving to the next generation, Gen 6. Gen 6, the Kalos region, what I think is almost a reboot of itself due to the fact they introduced one of the most, oh my, OP um, types there is, a freaking fairy type. And just straight up forward, I cannot stand or like the fairy type, no matter what you say. I hate it almost every fairy type with a passion because I just don't think it. I don't know why they went with fairy. I know dragon at the time was super OP, and they hadn't needed a nerf, but I thought the dragon and ice type they had was pretty good by itself. And they seem to do pretty good dragon types like Noivern, Gudrun as super legendary at the time. But I'm just like, okay, why didn't you do the pink stupid fairy type? And when they introduced these new fairy types, in the time like Sylveon, I have a shiny Sylveon. I just do not care because I just don't like fairy types, like I said. And they introduced like I can't remember at the top of my head. I do apologize. Some other fairy types introduced, and they also went back in the past generations and gave some of the fairy typings to other Pokemon, like for example, Mr. Mime, Gardevoir, Azumarill, and some other type of Pokemon. But enough about that. When it came to the animation, yeah, I would watch Cartoon Network every Saturday morning. I would wake up and watch the show while eating my breakfast because I thought the show was pretty good, and especially when they introduced one of the best evolutions or best mechanics they've ever introduced to the game. Mega Evolution, and I thought, oh my god, Mega! I really wish to keep Mega Evolution back. I love Mega Evolution. I thought they did really fantastic this generation, and the whole mechanics of otherwise. When you use like Mega Salamence, Mega Gengar, Mega Garchomp, Mega Gardevoir, Gallade, and then there's other Mega Pokemon, and a lot of them people like and don't like. I like all of them, to be completely honest. Primo, Megas, and everything. I like them all. Um, but yeah, like I said, I would watch Go Up, watch the TV show every Saturday until it ended, until Disney got the rights after that, because apparently I was reading some research that the Disney wanted to do it because apparently Cartoon Network wasn't doing as much or really good with the show, like they weren't showing past generations of movies that came out at the time. But especially, and I'll get to that topic here in a few minutes. But I do remember when games came out, I didn't go out because I had my own job. I could pay for it myself. I didn't have to rely on my parents or any other income support me to get the cards or the games. I went out. I bought Pokemon Watch. I thought Yavatal or Yavatal, if you follow MNGTV, um, was really cool. The Dark Flying type is legendary, and as it looks like a California Condor inspiration, I just thought it was really cool. I liked it way better than Xerneas. Like I said, I hate fairy types, and as being a pure fairy type, I just don't like it. And when the cards came out, which I thought were really cool, and a lot of people say it came to the certain cards that they were very volatile due to the fact because it had some really bad generational card packs. Like for example, Steam Siege, which a lot of people thought was the worst X and Y set that was released, and I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked it. I had no disagreements about it or no arguments about it. I think I'm one of the people out there that like Steam Siege or has some really cool aspects about it because it has one of my favorite at the time favorite mythical Pokemon, Volcanion, and also used a Gen 7 Pokemon, Magearna, which was I thought was really cool. And I was able to get a Magearna card on a complete win. But I kept buying the cards. I bet every Generation 6 pack that was released from the starting of X and Y all the way up to the fantasy of like X and Y evolutions, um, Steam Siege, and the only one that I couldn't get my hands on fast enough was Shining Fates. I really wanted my to get those. I thought introducing shiny Pokemon was really cool, and TCG. I don't know what it is with other people thinking they want or have greasy butterfinger stuff like that. Have to go out and buy the entire supply when there's other people looking for these cards. It drove me nuts. It drove me nuts for anything like that, especially with the current sets that came out like Champions Pass or anything that has shiny Pokemon, especially stupid shiny Charizard. I know people like shiny Charizard. I'm one of those people. I'm on the fence about it. I just don't really care for shiny Charizard. I just want the card to have it in my set because I think it's really really cool just to have a shiny Charizard. It's one of those cards. I'm like, okay, I can get me one of those. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I'm just sitting here drinking Dr Pepper on the side. But no, I would try my best to get those cards, and I just couldn't find them until later generational packs came out. They finally came out. But no, I would collect them, watch TV shows and movies, and I thought the last movie for the set, Pokemon the Canyon and the Mechanical Marvel was a really good movie. It had tons of Mega Evolutions, two shiny Pokemon, Gengar and Gardevoir were really cool shiny Pokemon, especially in the shiny Mega form. I know a lot of people don't like this generation due to the fact it's very volatile, not volatile, but it's just the games are really easy, and I will agree with that one. The games are very, very easy. I flew past it like within a week. The GCG sets were really quick and didn't have a lot of oomph to them, and really controversial, I guess, in that opinion. The anime was I don't know if I heard anything bad about the anime, but I thought it was pretty good. But that's about it for Gen 6. Now, Gen 7, the Alola region. Very interesting region. based on the Hawaiian Islands, or any kind of islands, but mainly the Hawaiian Islands. I thought it was a really cool take on to have a region just on four, basically five islands, if you want to count the Aether Foundation. I thought it was really, really cool to have all those islands of different regions, and that to do a region without gym leaders or basically without a champion, because you your own champion. Um, but I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. The one cool thing that I like about this generation is due to the fact that it kept the Mega Evolutions. It also had the Z Crystals, which I thought were the stupidest things in the entire generation. I hated Z Crystals with a passion. They were useless. They had to use them one time, which makes sense because Mega Evolution was the same. And it's just I thought it was really dumb to have Z crystals in this. I absolutely hated the Z crystals aspect to this generation. And to this day, even if I go back and play Pokemon Sun or Moon, I can't stand it. I'd rather not use Z crystals. I don't think I ever used it that much. I think I used it like once a week. I hated Z crystals. I can't stand them. And I really wish they kept with the Mega because a lot of Pokemon during this time could use Mega Evolutions. But yeah, that's my thought about it. But the cool thing is about this generation, they introduced regional variances, which takes real life aspirations and puts into the Pokemon universe due to the fact that you have a Alolan Vulpix, a Alolan Diglett, a Alolan Grimer, Alolan Rattata, Alolan Marowak, Alolan Executor, and Alolan Sandshrew. All really cool, but the one thing that I thought was really interesting, how are you going to have ice types on the islands based on tropical regions? Well, then it occurred to me there is snow on the island of on the main island of Hawaii, so it kind of made sense. So, but that's enough about my thoughts about that one. The weirdest thing about it is when I remember when the anime came on the Disney Plus, they changed up the anime style. They want to go more of a Naruto like type style, I guess, is what I was told through reading. It, it was cool to see it on a different platform, on a different station or channel like Disney XD. Every Saturday I would watch it and they have like repeats of other past episodes. I recorded every single one just in case I missed one. I thought it was really, really cool about it. About how it was different. I just didn't really like art style that much. I thought they gave Pacquiao way too much emotions and gave him a lot of big headedness screen time, which I was like, dude, really? But same thing with the TCG. I would collect all the cards and do as much as I could to collect them. And like I said, Shiny Fates are a hidden face when they came out during this time. Oh my gosh. I think I've only opened like maybe 10 packs of Hidden Fates when they came out. Because every person wanted to go out, find these shiny cards, and I'm not making this up. Will literally find the cards. I even went to the GameStop and I asked them how many people asked for this sets like almost every day. And they would sell them out. They were going like that within a day where I live out in Utah. And the stupid part was they would open them, find a shiny card, a rainbow, one of the rainbow rares that were introduced, um, or anything else on those lines, and they would go out and sell them on eBay. Like, are you serious for double the money? I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I was so upset and so pissed. Out of the entire set of Hidden Fates, I only have in total shiny cards. I missed out because people have to be greedy, snobby little. You know what? I'm just, I was over it. I can't stand people who think they know better and want to go out and spend money on something that doesn't need to be sold out in the public. It drove me nuts. I complained so much. I complained to my wife and almost everybody. Um, enough about that, man. If you agree, like, subscribe, whatever. Please, I remind you to like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitch. I will post when I'm posting a video and stuff like that, or other titles and everything. That please help. It helps me a lot and everything. I know we're seeing a lot of people aren't subscribed or following me. It's kind of hurtful, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong with my algorithm. Just let me know, because I know a friend of mine. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Anyways, back on topic. Um, I would I would collect all the cards. and I like how they had all they didn't get rid of Mega, but they had this new format of the GX cards, and there's these rainbow rares, which I thought were really cool. And I got about half a dozen rainbow rare cards that I thought were like priceless diamonds. And the one card of this card, and I'll show it in probably in a later video, that I have that people were almost dying to get was a rainbow rare Charizard. I was able to get my hands on a whim, and I'll tell you the story. I was coming home from work from a graveyard shift, and I was working graveyards at a build downtown Salt Lake. I was super tired. I'm like, I need something to boost me up. And I can't take it. So I did go to Walmart. I had $5 on me. I go and I grab the last Burning Shadows pack that was there because it came in that set. I believe. Don't quote me on it. And I literally just opened it. It was white and green. I'm like, okay. I'm sitting in my car. I was sitting out of my apartment at the time, and I open it. I'm like, white and green back code card. I'm like, okay, it could be a hollow. It could be a regular GX. Nothing. I didn't think anything of it. So I'm really going through the cards. This is all true. Going through the cards, and I finally gently pull the reverse hollow card, maybe a hair over, and I see rain and I see sparkles all up, and I'm like, no way. I'm pulling it more, and it's a rainbow rare GX Charizard. My mouth hit the floor. I was shocked. And the reason why I was so shocked because during this time, I would watch Unlisted Leaf, subscribe to his channel. He's a Pokemon pack card opener and also another YouTuber. He was looking for it at the time. I'm like, no freaking way! I found it at this time, and I'm just like, oh my gosh! I was awestruck. I could not believe it. The coolest thing about this is it's a really rare card, and I was watching some old YouTube channels. It's worth a lot of money nowadays. It's almost worth like $3,000. I would sell it if I had another one, but I'm not. And don't ask me to trade it or something like that. I will post a video about one of my rare cards in the near future. I promise, because I have a thought process behind it. But back to what I was saying. I remember collecting the cards, and I tried my hardest to collect every single one that I could, even though I had my wife to support me, and I had my wife and our son to support at the time, and also paying rent for our apartment that we were living in Salt Lake. I tried my hardest, and I absolutely loved it. And the coolest thing is when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out, I thought it was just a pretty cool aspect. And during this gen, I remember when Pokemon Go was released. Like I said, Pokemon Go, huge advocate to it. I love Pokemon Go. I think it's the coolest thing ever. Now that I introduced Generation 6 in the Kalos region, like we just talked a few minutes ago, I thought it was really, really cool how Pokemon Go has evolved. I remember playing it. I remember reading the announcement when it was going to be released to the grand public. Uh, I was at dinner with my family, and I remember reading something, and that they were going to make a Pokemon Go game. No way! I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And at the beginning, I played that, so it was the coolest thing ever. Then honestly, I fell away from it because I was like, it's not a lot of action. You're just catching all Kanto Pokemon. Sorry, Kanto Pokemon at the time, and nothing really happened. Years later, I look up and I figure out I missed Generation 2, partial Generation 3, and shiny Pokemon were introduced and released in Pokemon Go. And I'm like, gosh darn it. And I'm also this cool thing called Community Day. It's really, really cool. And the days now with the pandemic one, I kind of think, to be honest. But during this Gen 7, when Pokemon Moon and Sun and also Sun also Moon came out, this is when I decided to try shiny hunting. I'm like, I would try because I would see A Drive do it. I would see MNGTV do it and some other YouTube subscribers at the time because I would be up all night watching them and figuring out, okay. And I remember the first time I tried shiny hunting, I was shiny hunting a Grubbin because I was released, this whole shiny Pokédex was released, and Pokemon and some YouTubers were going over it about which one they wanted and like. I'm just gonna try it for the whim of it, and had the SOS training, which I thought was a really cool aspect for the region and for that style of gaming. On the DCast, which I played on the 2DS, which is a really cool platform. I was sitting there early morning. My shift was about to over. I had six SOS training. Sorry, five SOS training, and the sixth one, a red ribbon popped up, and I was super excited. I couldn't believe it. I finally had my ever of any of the games. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep trying this. And I tried it again, and unfortunately, I failed my first one. It was just shiny Latias on five soft resets. I am not making any of this up. This is all true. Believe me, if I was going to be a YouTuber back then, I would record it. But I'm a YouTuber now, and I don't have any proof. So you just have to take my word for it. I'm telling you the absolute truth. Promise. But that's when I started to pick up shiny hunting. Also, when I started shiny hunting in Pokemon Go, and I remember the first shiny I got on that one. I'm also going to talk. I'm also going to do a shiny hunt video about all my shiny accounts that I've incurred from Gen 7 and 8, and also in Pokemon Go. But that's going to be a long video. I'm just going to do some of them memorable. But this one takes also the cake in Pokemon Go because also released in the same gym. Is when I was working for a produce company. I was a passenger learning the route, and I had Pokemon Go up, and I'm like, okay, because I know downtown had a lot of Pokestops, and Makuhita popped up. I clicked on it, and it was shiny. I didn't even realize it what it shiny from looked like. It was red and yellow on the gloves and around the neck. My mouth dropped. I'm like, no way. And I have it, and I evolved it. And I still have it too. I still have the Makuhitas here on my account, and I won't get rid of it because it's my very first shiny ever. But that is probably about it for Gen 5, 6, and 7. I remember more from the gens that are closer, like 6 and 7 and 8, due to the facts I remember them a lot more. I participated in them a lot more. As you can see, like I said in my first episode video, I have the 20th generation mythical Pokemon counter and some tins from the cards from the Gen 7 editions, from Tag Team, and some other things that I have that represent different gens. But I think those gens really helped me in the long run to, as one, as a Pokemon a lover who likes Pokemon a lot, two, to shiny hunt because I wanted to try shiny hunting. And right now, I am a shiny hunter and shiny hunting in Pokemon Go and also Pokemon Sword. I will talk about Gen 8 maybe tomorrow on another video because I have ideas I wanted to do tomorrow for my next video or Saturday's video, whatever happens. There's also some other things that really happened. It also kind of honorable mention during when Pokemon Go was released. My wife at the time is not a huge Pokemon fan, to be completely honest. She'd rather just take it and wash it down the toilet, but that's her opinion, and that's fine. She would go out with me sometimes and play. My son at the same time, he has his own account, but he doesn't play as much because he's too young to understand it as much. But he likes it and he introduces it. I introduce it to him, and he thinks it's really cool and everything. So, anyways, that's probably about it for this video. It's a really long video. I do know that, and I'm super excited to look super long. So I'm hoping super longer videos help me in the long run, also help you keep you entertained. I know there's a really dry and boring because I'm just talking. There's no music, graphics, or anything like that, or no pop up Pokemon. You just look at my stupid face talking. Um, just I'm trying, and I know when I get enough money saved up, I'm going to get more a better camera, sound system, speakers, and also we'll be streaming on Twitch later in this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do it because I want to do that. I also do YouTube videos. I don't want to be one of those people who sit on the side and not do anything because I want to help you guys and be better. And in the fact that this is something I'm passionate about, and I want to keep talking about it. I don't want this to end. Um, so one of the last note, please like and subscribe. It would be huge. immensely. I can't do this without you guys supporting me. Uh, I will be more than happy to make more videos, and I know I want to. But like and subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitch. Not Twitch, sorry. Uh, Twitter, what I meant to say. Twitch is not up yet. Twitter, my account, PKM Sykes. Just follow me on my Facebook page. Um, I am in the process of going to get that started up here in the next few weeks, so you can follow me in that. Just help me in the long run. I will help keep you guys entertained as much as I can. I do apologize; these videos are really, really boring and dry at the moment, but I need to find an editor and help me with all this process. Thank you for so much for your time. It really helps me and helps you guys keep staying entertained. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Again, like, subscribe, like I said.